a folk tale from the Yoruba people of Nigeria. Long ago, in a village near the great river Osun, there lived a widow named Mama Aduke and her only daughter, Marunkiji. They were poor, but they lived in peace. Mama Aduke made a living weaving baskets and trading herbs in the market, while Marunkiji fetched water, swept the compound, and helped with cooking. One day, while gathering firewood in the forest, Marunkiji stumbled upon a strange calabash lying at the base of an iroko tree. The calabash was carved with markings that shimmered in the sunlight. Curious, she picked it up, and to her surprise, it spoke. "Take me home," it whispered in a voice like the rustling wind. "But never tell anyone I can speak." Frightened, Marunkiji nearly dropped it, but the calabash continued. "I mean you no harm. I can bring you fortune, but only if you keep me secret." Against her better judgment, Marunkiji hid the calabash in her wrapper and brought it home. That night, when her mother complained there was no food, the calabash whispered again, "Say ona oro e jade." Marunkiji repeated the words, and to her amazement, the calabash filled their mat with roasted yams, goat meat, pounded yam, okra soup, and palm wine. Mama Aduke wept with joy. From that day forward, they ate well. They stopped going to the market, and people noticed. "How are they eating so well?" neighbors asked. Rumors spread. One greedy neighbor, Mama Sade, was determined to find out. One afternoon, she followed Marunkiji into the bush and spied on her as she whispered to the calabash. That night, Mama Sade crept into their hut and stole the magical item. Back at her home, she shouted, "Ona oro e jade," just as she had heard. The calabash produced a feast. She called her daughters and boasted, "We are rich now." But Mama Sade was not content. She invited all the village elders and even the chief. She placed the calabash before them and shouted, hoping to show off. The calabash shook violently. Smoke poured from its mouth. It screamed, "You are not my keeper. You are greedy and dishonest." Suddenly, everything turned to ashes. The hut collapsed in flames, but no one was hurt, only humbled. Mama Sade fell to her knees, ashamed. The next day, the calabash returned to Moronkeji's doorstep. It spoke one final time. "Because you were kind and faithful, you shall live in peace. But speak no more of me, for my journey ends." From that day on, Mama Duke and Marunkiji lived modestly but content. They worked again, sharing their baskets and herbs, and the villagers respected them for their dignity. Moral of the story: greed and dishonesty bring ruin, but honesty, humility, and gratitude open doors to unexpected blessings.